Welcome to Lower Columbia College admissions testing. You are about to take a mathematics diagnostic, an assessment used to determine which courses are best suited for your current abilities and needs. The diagnostic will generate your mandatory placement in a mathematics course. This video will give you some important information about placement testing and walk you through some of the features of the math test to better prepare you. Lower Columbia College uses Pearson MyMathTest for the math diagnostic, a program that is also used in LCC math classrooms. Unlike the reading and writing assessment, this diagnostic is not multiple choice. This format allows for more accurate results and placements, but you may need to do some preparing prior to testing, especially to familiarize yourself with the computer skills needed to input your answers correctly. We highly recommend that you consider your practice options prior to testing. Remember, practice could save you time and money by cutting down on the number of courses you may be required to take. You can practice in the testing lab or at home if you have access to a computer and the internet. Refer to the testing instructions form to locate the web address for practice at home and log in using the same information that you used to log in today. For anyone who does not have internet access, please let the testing staff know and we will provide you with alternative paper-based practice. At the conclusion of this video, you will be required to complete a one-question quiz. Once you have completed this, you will have access to the menu on the left-hand side. Select the button titled Take a Test for placement or practice. This should take you to the test menu. Notice the 3 practice tests at the bottom of the menu. Sample content for Math 50 through Math 88, sample content for Math 89 through Math 99, and sample content for Math 112 through Math 150. For more information about LCC Math curriculum, select the link on the left-hand side menu titled Learn More About Math Courses at LCC. The sample content practice tests will give you an idea of what material will be covered in math courses here at LCC while preparing you for the select concepts that may be covered on your actual placement assessment. Open up any of these tests to simply get a feel for the diagnostic, or go as far as completing them, reviewing your results, and continuing your study. You may notice a link for additional practice tests at the bottom of the page. You are welcome to use these tests for additional practice and preparation. Once you open up a practice test, you will notice that there are numbers at the top of the window. The yellow ring indicates which problem you are currently working on. You can click on the single arrows to move to the next or previous problems, and the double arrow will jump you ahead to the next set of additional problems. There are also buttons at the bottom of the screen that allow you to move to the next or the previous problem. Do not click the Submit button until you are completely finished with your assessment. During your actual test, you will be able to view a timer in the upper right corner to help you keep track of how much time you have left. Notice the palette to the left. This gives you many tools that will help you to input your answers. If you hover your mouse over the different buttons, a window will appear that explains the function of that particular button, as well as directions for using the keyboard. For instance, you can use this button to input a fraction, or you can use the / on the keyboard. If you want to move around within an answer field, you can use the arrows on the keyboard. For problems that require you to graph a line, an additional toolbox will appear. In most cases, you will only need to use the button titled Line Tool. Graph the necessary points with the tool by clicking on the graph and drag the line to the next point and click again in order to plot the line. If you submit a practice test regardless of the amount you complete, your score will not count against you. Also, you can complete a practice test as many times as you would like. You will have access to the review option, which allows you to hover your pointer over the answers and see what you missed. Once you are in the review mode, you can tell which answers you need to review by looking for the red X's. Simply click on the question, hover over the answer, and spend time determining the cause of the error. Another option to help you prepare yourself for adequate placement is the study plan. You can access this from the menu on the left or from the links on the test menu and the results page. If you have submitted a practice test or taken an actual test, the study plan will be updated and highlight math concepts for you to work on. Don't be intimidated by the amount of questions available. It is up to you to decide how much work to do prior to testing. If you select the button Show What I Need to Study, this will condense the menu to show only those subjects that you need to study according to the tests you have submitted. Select one of these categories. You will see a more detailed list of categories to choose from. Read through the descriptions and decide where you would like to start. Once again, you will see a more detailed list of subjects to study. Start with the first item. You can complete this problem, type in the answer, and click on Check Answer. This will tell you whether you have done the problem correctly or not. If you have not answered the problem correctly or feel that you do not know how to start the problem, there are options on the right that will aid in your study. Some of these might be Help Me Solve This. This feature also allows you to move through the problem step by step, but will not require you to input any of the information before moving on to the next set of instructions. Some problems provide the option for you to watch a video. This will show someone solving and explaining the problem. You must have the correct computer specifications to have access to this feature. There is also animation. Animation is similar to video, but instead of watching someone solve the problem on the video, someone narrates while the problem is completed on a white screen. When you are ready to test, you will begin with the entry test. However, if you would feel more comfortable starting with basic math skills, let the testing staff know and you can start with the fundamentals test. If you choose to start with fundamentals and you score above a 70%, you will have an opportunity to take the entry test for a chance to improve your placement. You may need to take the algebra or the advanced test if you score high enough. You can view this chart at any time under the Interpreting Your Results link on the left-hand menu, which will appear when you take a test, or click to view your results. Once you open up a test, raise your hand for a staff member to come into the lab and allow you access into the test. If you have recently taken math analysis or pre-calculus at an approved high school and passed with a B or better, be sure to consult with a staff member to discuss your placement options before testing. Remember these key items while testing. Number 1, follow directions. Inputting additional symbols and spaces or inputting your answers in a format that is not specified in the directions may affect your answers. Make sure to read the blueprint for each question that gives additional information for how to express the correct answer. This may require you to review some of your math vocabulary prior to testing. Number 2, if you make small computational errors, it will be assumed that you do not understand how to do that type of math. Double check all of your answers and take your time. Number 3, if there are concepts you have learned but need to brush up on, take your time to do so either in the testing lab or at home. Otherwise, you may end up in a course that is not suited to your current skill level. Number 4, do not press submit until you are completely finished testing. When you complete any test, check with a staff member to make sure that you are finished with the required tests. You may have more tests in the sequence to finish. Finally, you may print your own results if you are comfortable doing so. Click on the See Your Placement Results button on the left side menu and click on the print icon in the upper right corner. Make sure to select only one copy. Afterwards, log out by clicking on the small key in the bottom left corner and report to the testing window to pick up your results. If you are not comfortable doing this, raise your hand and a staff member will assist you. You are allowed one retest if you believe you can improve your scores for any reason. Please raise your hand at any point if you have a question or need assistance.